All right, check, check, check. Sounds good. Needs to be louder. All right. If you guys are just tuning in, this is a little money match here between Tim Daniel and Bret Huth. Tim, 697. Bret Huth is 673. It is a race to 13-10 ball. They're doing a kind of a randomized rack. They're not doing 2 and 3 in the corners. It's just random each time. 10 ball's going last. 3 foul is in effect. Law. I swear to God, Law. What up, Joey? Thanks for coming. Shut up. Do you know how often I get that? Like, I mean, I know I've told you, but gosh, everybody calls me Joey. And Joey's been out of it for some time now, and I still get the Joey thing. I heard Tim talking a little bit before this match. He says he feels good, but he thinks it's gonna come down to the break. So that'd be something we're looking at. I kind of missed that first one because I was looking at all the details. And I'm gonna need your guys' help today a little bit, just because I am manually entering the score today. That's something I'm not used to, so it's gonna take me a minute to get in the groove of things. Oh, that was a good effort there from Tim, just hitting the 10 ball on the way back. Gilbert, hey Joey, shut up. Dar says, I don't call you Joey Little J. You shut up too. Tim's calling a 2-rail bank. I really like the idea. They're always coming a little bit short, leaving it on the bottom rail. I guess top rail, you call it. Tim's 10-ball break was working pretty good when he ran over me on Tuesday, Adrian says. Well, I appreciate you, Law. It's gonna be a fun one. I anticipate a tight match. You know, both these guys, Tim mentioned it a little bit. Both these guys, they're not. It's no grudge match. This isn't. There's not a animosity, or there's no. It's all love for these guys, and they're gonna have fun for it. They're excited to do it for sure. Both in good spirits before the match. Tim's under the impression that it's gonna take a little bit of time. Watch out, cue ball. No, he's all right. It's under the impression that it's going to take a little bit of time, but I think with these two guys, as fast as they shoot and as good as they shoot, I don't anticipate this thing going over 2.5 hours, and it's just a race to 13. I mean, Mitch and Bobby did a race to 21, and that one only went 2.5 hours, so at least I think it was. But man, granted, those are two of the fastest players in the state. Bobby Thomas, what up, Mr. Justin? How you doing, bro? Jill, I hear you're called a Dodgers fan. Oh my God. Tim's looking pretty good in this first rack. Looks pretty composed. Well, unlike my match, I was a nervous wreck. I'm glad the camera isn't super high definition, because if you could see my fingers when I was racking, they were shaking like crazy. But Tim looks a little unfazed here, so gonna be tough to beat. Ooh. Got a little bit of that rail coming into that pocket. Cloth is still fairly new, so those balls tend to slide in a little bit better than what, maybe, what's this table over here? If that one's 13, I think 12, the one I'm commentating from. Um, you catch any rail going in the pocket on the other table in the pit, it tends to jar up. But this cloth is still new enough that pockets are receiving kind of that rolling shot down the rail. It's a really good out from Tim. 110 ball away from going up 1-0. The hardest game is the first and the last. Yeah, Tim looks really good here. I think the big question was how nervous was he going to be coming into this match? Not, I don't know. I guess that's not a big question. I know Tim's been in the game for a long time. He's gambled a lot in his life, and just another day at the office for him. I know Bret Huth has a history in kind of the same way, so it's going to be a good one. Nope. Let me update the score. Tim, 1. Bret, 0. There we go. Yeah. Y'all got to make sure I stay on top of that. I will miss some games. No doubt. I haven't kept score since the very first time me and Peter did it. All right, let's speak of the break. Center table, watching this the second row. 7 tracking, 7 down. And is he going to have a cue ball got away from? Well, fortunate enough to stop somewhat in the middle of the table. He's got to look on the one. And there's a 1 past a 5. I need another camera angle. Got good old Todd in the crowd here. Todd Rowitz, if you don't know him, he's one of my favorite people. But gosh, he been talking to him quite a bit. He's really digging these Friday night fight matches. Oh yeah, sure did pass. And a great look on the 3. But he's like, oh man, it's great. It gives me an excuse to get out early on Friday and call off of work on Friday. I think he really works from home, but you know, it's his way to do something for him. He's just a huge fan of pool. Good shot there. Didn't try to baby it and hold it for the side. He knew he was catching it thin. Got back to the center of the table, and he is right back in line. Joseph Boz, what's going on, my man? Good to hear from you. Depends how much angle he's got. If he's got a little angle, he'll go forward. If he's got enough, he might be straight. If he's got enough, he'll punch it off the rail and come back out for the 6. Oh, he was straight. Oof. That was a little deceiving from this camera angle. Got to get that camera up higher a little bit. These shots are nervy on this table. Just anything down the rail. Tim does something Tim taught me early on when I first came to the pit tables. Like you can't really play them like you play the other 9-footers in the room. Anything with pace down the rail is no bueno. I think this is a break and run if he can polish off these last 3 balls. Gosh, it looked a lot tighter than he made it look. Able to power it. Great shot there from Tim. And this is going to be a break and run to go up 2-0. I'm already marking the score. I don't want to jinx him. He'll go back and watch it he'll go back and watch it and blame me for missing. All right. 2-0. like people are finally starting to roll in a little bit. Got a little bit of a crowd off to our right. I think Tim, I think Tim, out of habit, put the 2 and 3 in the corners and was like, "Hey, do you want me to go back and re-randomize this?" I guess we got a lot more viewers than when we first started. I'll explain it again for those just tuning in. We're up to about 100. Um, this is 10 ball. 3 fouls allowed. 10 ball is going last. And it is a randomized rack. They're not doing 2 and 3 in the corners. They just, as long as 10 is in the center or 1's in the front, it's all random from there. 2,000 in the middle. Both players putting up a grand. For some reason they let me hold it, so I'm going to Mexico. This is my out. Ernest, the man himself. All he does is watch pool streams. I was about to say something stupid. I was about to say you're in the chat more than I'm streaming, but oh, Law says 2,000 is a lot of beer, Justin. Yeah, you're not wrong, man. I wonder if he called to carom or he's cutting the floor into the. Yeah, he's caroming it. First real tester Tim's had since he's had a couple tricky shots, but this is really the first real tester Tim's been faced with. That's a really good shot there from Tim. Little bottom left, getting to the side rail between the 7 and 8 and coming back out for the 6. Good control there. Tim looks really good right now. Bret stood up in a minute. It needs to get above the 7. There you go. Clock's still playing relatively quick. Maybe you guys can squash this, but maybe you guys can squash this. I heard somebody say something, and I thought it was pretty ignorant, but maybe there's some truth to it. But somebody said when Simonis cloth wears, I'm not sure if it's Simonis or if they use Simonis or Championship here. I heard both. Um, but I heard wow, when when Simonis wears out, it actually rolls faster. I don't know that to be true. I feel like every worn-in table is definitely a lot slower than that new cloth. Oh, good shot there from Tim. I like what he did there. He put a little pace, a little confidence stroke on the 10. Didn't. Oh, it's 3-0. Let's do it. Tim going to go take a sip of his drink. There's Candy. Where's Candy at? Hi, Candy. Tony Rivera says, what tournament's tomorrow? Um, gosh, I think Tim's 560 and under tour is going on. I'll have to check on that because I am commentating Sunday of that. I'm not sure about Saturday. I think I got some stuff going on tomorrow. Oh man, Tim looks really good. Is that 2 breaking runs in a row after? I think it was a mistake from Bret in the first rack. Tim ran that out, and then Broken ran the next 2. Am I correct? Oh, you want to hop in? Hell yeah. All right. You good to go?
Righty then.
What's going on, Mitch? How you doing, bro?
Good afternoon, fight fans.
So yeah. Uh-oh. Oh, that's brutal. So I had a good one. I think Bret gave the table back to Tim in the first rack. Tim runs out that rack and then puts a two-pack on Bret from there. So Tim's really playing well right now.
Yeah, he's been in here this week practicing like much of us, so anticipate a good match. Hey Guido, I'm happy you're feeling better. Erwin, how are you, brother man? I'll see you in about 10 days. All right, so shooting safe. I presume they're playing three foul from that point.
Yep. So 3 fouls allowed. 10 balls going last. Race to 13.
Very cool.
Kind of an interesting one. They're doing, I don't know if this is by design, but they're doing a randomized 10 ball rack. They're not doing 2 and 3 in the corners.
Cool.
Do you think that's more of a I don't care where the 2-3 is, or is it at these guys' level that it really comes into play with,
It's really just
wow,
personal
what a
preference.
great
That
hit.
was a fantastic hit. Good shot, Brett. He's calling the deuce in the side off the 3-6. You got to be careful how hard you hit it. You still want to pocket the ball, but that pushes the three further out of play. So he's going to hit it like a little bit softer.
Oh, that's a good shot there.
He was
Does he
able
have
to
a look?
yeah, the three's right in front of the hole, and he bumped the five ball far enough so he can see it. So he's going to lag it with top left. I don't see him going rail first because if you go rail first, you go long rail, short rail after you hit the three, and then back to the long rail, you risk bumping the four. So you go right at the ball, top left, and just lag it up for shape on the floor.
A really good speed control there. Those little pocket hangers are a lot trickier than they look, Mitch.
So some people just have a misinterpretation of like how thin or thick they hit the object ball. And that's basically what it is. A lot of the times you get down your line of sight, depending on your cue, if you don't know how it plays, to the degree that other people do, it might deflect. You might have aimed it thin, and if you put a hair left, it pushes the cue ball to the right, and then you hit it thick and go, well, damn it, I thought I aimed it better. So, it's just, again, interpretation. So
Jake,
he overhit the four ball a little, but he can play the five in the corner. He's going to slow roll it.
no, really good shot. I really don't think I've seen Tim miss a shot. I mean, if he did, it was in the first rack, but I'm not sure he's really come
Joel,
out swinging.
how are you, bud?
JR Ascension, I'll take the guy with the shiny head.
Dang. Fighting.
Taking shots. It is 2 in the afternoon. It's way too early for this.
No, it's allowed.
Get something to eat out there, Mitch?
Yeah, thankfully we're not far from Chick-fil-A. I had my favorite little chicken club sandwich.
No, there you go.
Tim's really comfortable.
Yeah, that's something I saw on the very first rack. I kind of anticipated a little bit of first rack nerves, but no, he looks like just another day at the office.
Oh, Tyler, appreciate you, bud. I hope everything's good up in Havasu.
Are you ready for your match, Mitch? Feel good?
I'm supposed to be, but man, my break, I forgot how to break 10 ball.
Oh, no
Think you
kidding.
guys saw that during the Bobby match. But, it's my fault. I'm supposed to be a professional. So if I'm not ready to play, at the end of the day, I got to look in the mirror whose fault it is.
All right. Tim taking a 4-0 lead early on. First 4 games, 2 breaking runs out of the 4. Really establishing a little bit of momentum here. No, it's got to be discouraging if you're Bret over there. I mean, especially on your guys' level. What do you when you sit and watch a guy go through a 3 or 4 or 5 pack or something and really put it on you. Mentally wise, what do
It,
you do to keep yourself in it without getting a little deflated?
I mean, it's Angel, you got it, bud. JR, thanks for waking up early. Um, yeah, no, it's look, it's like someone reacting to the cue ball landing on a ball and then all of a sudden you're jacked up, right? Now,
Yeah.
it's interpretation on how you think about it. You could go, "Oh, damn, I'm jacked up over a ball," or you can be like, "Well, shit, I'm happy to be at the table. I'd
Yeah,
rather be
yeah.
shooting this than nothing." So it's again, it's how your mind is, you know. Some people they sit there and ooh, well, you know what? If you're playing that person, that caliber, the chances are you can do the same damn thing. So
Yep.
you just got to patiently wait and reciprocate.
You got any notable comebacks that you're really proud of?
Oh shit.
I know you have a
Oh.
lot, but like, is there something that stands out?
Yeah, there's a few. Like I don't know, I had a good one against Max Eberly one time in Vegas
Good shot, Mitch.
at
I
Best
mean,
Billiards.
Tim.
Yeah, Tim.
My bad.
No,
But
you're good.
go ahead.
But we were playing 10 ball on his favorite 10-footer out of Best Billiards in Vegas. And he was just torturing me like 11-3 in a race to 15, and you had to win by two. And I come back and beat him 17-15. And we were just playing for like 500, but everybody on the rail bet too. So it was kind of fun. That was
That's the first miss we've really seen from Tim, I think.
But that was like, if you guys pay attention, his pre-shot routine, his strokes were quick and slow, and then he always ascends upward as he follows through. He rises while he shoots like a basketball player shooting a fadeaway. If he stays down a little bit longer, his timing was cleaner. He would have pocketed that ball, no problem. Oof.
Yeah. Yes, Peter, we got to figure it out. Hello from Greece, Justin. You get it all figured out? Yeah, we got to figure it out. He just had to resend the link. I guess the first one was bad, but we got it.
Scott, how are you? So I was playing with the Mez EX Pro, so it's carbon fiber with basically a wood condom on it. But
Is that what they call it?
and I like the way it fell. It actually softened up the hit. And then I switched to the Q-Tech while I was working up in Oregon from my sponsor, Steve and Carissa over at the Bagel Box. They were nice enough to hook me up with this Q-Tech True Wood Q. And believe it or not, I've said this often when like, you being my students and stuff, that Predator is more accurate. But man, this freaking Q-Tech is sweet. Like it's like having a stroke on steroids. So that's the reason I made the switch. So a little bit of drawback, but
He's straight on that ball over there. Okay. Or
he
he's
he
got a
can
little angle.
he's shooting it at our right side of the pocket, his
Oh,
left
okay.
side of the pocket. So he's looking how come off the ball so he can still reach it. That's why he's over there making sure he doesn't have to stretch.
That was one of the biggest things I had to learn because I I got into pool because I was a golfer and I started going to the bars afterwards and I played pool with my friends and then somehow I got in a league and whatever. But when I first got to a 9 footer, it is not when you go from I'm 6 foot tall. When you go from a bar box to a 9 footer, it is not common knowledge to leave yourself
Yeah, your cue
reachable.
ball position is a little bit different.
Oh,
And
for
he
sure.
he overdrew it, but he hits the ball rolling forward very well. Because when you draw the ball, well, oh, wait a minute. Hello, the Solaces, the Sullivans, and Marios from Greece. I hope you guys are having a fantastic time. But yeah, so like people when they go through the ball, it's a lot easier because your tip position is either center or top spin, so you're rolling forward. So that cue ball is naturally the inertia of it is to go forward. There's no distortion or deflection from English or any resistance from going forward from hitting below the x-axis on the cue ball. So it's resisting going forward. So he's going to probably, again, top. And if there's a hair angle, touch the short rail and come up with a hair left. And then he's going to lag the
Slow
10
down.
ball all the way
Well,
up.
It's just fine.
So the same thing, because this table's tight, he's going to end up hitting it with center ball and just kind of float it in up top. That way there's no left, no right, no unwanted deflection, just balanced cue stick and just follow through.
Yeah, that's something I've always really struggled with. On the bar box, I tend to throw balls in a lot more, and then on the 9-footer, I
Well, so
had to
notice
learn
how
to play
his,
a little different.
his practice strokes were real slow, and then
Hmm.
he gave a jerky follow through. See, that's why he's over there moving his hand. He's like, go through it smooth. He's holding himself accountable. Now, I actually like Bret making this bank.
Yeah, he is one of the better bankers out here.
Hello, Miss Alicia. How are you? Well, hopefully there's a cocktail in hand and some good stories to come about when you get back. Ooh, he hit it thin.
He overcut it.
But he's going to leave the same bank.
Yeah. Oh, watch out, cue ball. No, he's all right.
So
Shh.
you
What are you
go,
doing here?
you go across the 10 ball lightly with a hair of right. The hair of right is going to, because you have the induced throw going across the ball.
Yep, yep.
So the hair of right is going to add to that so you don't have to juice it. I just like Bret, I like Tim to make this. Nope. All right, Bret's going to get on the board here.
2 times? Yeah.
Spot shot
You
for
got
the
a
Do
spot?
Re Mi,
Yep, yep.
or to get on the board. Sorry. You guys would be going to say this shit about me later if I don't pull my head out of my ass.
Hey.
I mean, pardon my French.
You're all right. I think they enjoy it. Yeah. You are welcome, Andy.
Oh, I hit a little thick. And he's hoping for a big bounce.
Are you seeing a little
He
nerve
got it.
out of Brett? Like
Absolutely.
in his fundamentals
Oh,
and
shit. There goes where I speak it fluently, guys.
oh, Mitch is loose today, boys.
It's the coffee talking. It's all the caffeine.
There you go.
I mean, we're all fellow members of the pool community, but sometimes, you put a little bit it's natural to have nerves.
Oh, I know all about
I'm
it.
going to be nervous playing Nick. He's going to be nervous playing me, whether he admits it or not. It's just human nature and it's okay. Some people deal with it differently. All right, so this is a little bit of a tester. The cue ball is not quite in scratching range, especially if you hit it from top right here, because it's at a negative angle, meaning the cue ball's a hair behind it. So he's looking to make sure his cue ball path, yep, goes into the short rail. But
Yeah.
this is where you got to be careful on your cueing, because you can start very top, and if your tip hesitates, that means that so he's going to juice this withdrawal. That's a good choice.
Yeah, he's looking for anything to get himself on the board here. Just a little momentum for him. Yeah.
Well,
Definitely not an easy
not
shot.
looking good for Bret.
Yeah. Yeah, he's gonna give him that one. Tim going up. 1, 2, 3, 4.
5-0.
All right, 5-0. You might have to help me out a little bit here, Mitch. I've never kept score before. It's always through the app. So now I've done pretty good. I'm 5 for 5, but I will forget. Brett definitely has the prettier shirt. Shut up, dude.
Nordy, good to see you on here. Hope all is well in Oklahoma, man.
To be honest, Brett hasn't had anything easy. It makes it more nerve-wracking. Yeah, no. Nothing super easy yet. Guys are very close in Fargo. Like, well, in the Fargo matches, I think Tim looked it up, and they've played each other like 200 times, and Tim's up 105 to 97.
Damn.
So it's been pretty close.
So this is just another candlelit afternoon for them.
Yep. Sounds like it. Will or just a beer every rack, Justin. That'll make it easier to keep score based on the. There you go. You guys are funny. Doing great, man. Good luck tonight. And
Calling the 9, or did he say 2 in the side?
Not sure. Did you see him call something? Oof.
Oh, I think it's ball in hand.
How close is that two to the rail? Does he got to shoot it down or does it go on the side?
No, it goes on the side.
Okay.
I like shooting it in the side if it's off the rail.
Yeah.
Cue ball doesn't have to travel far, stays on the 3. But I'll be in Florida, but not for the Moscone Cup, unfortunately.
Tim gave
5
me.
ball.
Uh-oh. Think he found a hole.
Yeah.
Tim was giving me a hard time about how slow me and Angel played. He was saying, "Oh, he played 8 racks an hour," and Mitch and Bobby played 15 racks an hour. So now I'm gonna keep track. So we got started 10 minutes early. So we're 35 minutes in. That's 5 games. We'll see where he's at. I'll give him a hard time. If he goes 1 hour, does 8 racks, he'll never hear the end of it. No, it's just overcut it a bit.
And that's part of his delivery. It's not that he probably had the line, he just jumps up every shot. So it was just, you know, not properly executed. Jumped up a hair too soon. So this one I would stop and shoot the 6 right in the corner. I think Brett's going to move the cue ball a little. Yeah. So he's going 2 rails so he can roll forward and away from the 7 ball.
Brett White says Brett gets on the board here. What's going on, Rich? How you doing, bro? Yeah, this will be a good one for him. And he got to move the cue ball a little bit, loosen up that back arm. This will be a big confidence booster for him.
So see how he stayed down a hair better on that 8 ball than he has at most of his other shot?
Yep, yep.
And then the outcome was a lot better. Same with that 10 ball. Like I've gone back and watched some of my matches and I knew I always played fast, but man, I look like a crackhead sometimes.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a few comments about playing with Bobby and trying to match the same energy, and they're like, "Yeah, Mitch plays fast, but he's playing fast."
No, the problem is I'm trying to sit there and remember when we were teenagers and I'm about literally twice the size as a teenager.
Oh, really?
I used to be the same size as Bobby and Nick.
Oh, that's funny.
Now I look
So
like I won a buffet eating contest.
So you guys go back, huh?
Oh yeah, yeah. No, I met Nick in 98, I think. So that was 26 years ago. I'm
You met
38.
Nick or
So
Bobby?
I was 12.
Oh, wow.
That was at 7th Street in Coral Gables.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I was like 11, so it's probably 97 because it closed, I think, in 99. I met him, Tyson Cole, Jeremy Correa, and a few other people, Amanda Pulley, all Matthew Costello, all out of that place.
Nope. I gotta put one on the board. My bad.
Yeah, we're over here just lounging around. Sorry, guys.
Telling you, tough gig over here.
But yeah, and then I've known Bobby since I started going to Main Street in Mesa when I was 13 or 14, and I'm a year older. But yeah,
Banked it a little bit short. Looks like 2 times. Option going to Brett. He'll take this.
I mean, even if he doesn't have a shot, he wants to take it so he can play safe and get back control of the table.
Yep, yep. Tim's all smiles. It's nice to see him pretty loose in this match. Sometimes he gets a little bit tight,
Nordy, I'm actually referring to a place that was on 7th Street in Coral Gables next to the Barrows down the hill past that real large apartment complex on 7th and Greenway. And it was a place called the Side Pocket. There was a family called the Barones that had a construction company, and then this gentleman, Ray, that was either like a lawyer or doctor. And he decided to open up an all ages place, and that's the spot I'm referring to. Yeah, I went to River City at that time, but it was too rough, so going to the all ages place. Yes, Coskella, good times, my man. I hope you're doing well in Illinois, my buddy.
Did I hear a story about you jumping a cue ball into a boot?
Oh, that I actually have it on you. I think it's on YouTube.
Do you really?
It was
Somebody
into a
told me that.
Jordan. It was
Oh,
into
was it
one of
really?
my Air Jordans because I thought they
Oh
were
my
the shit
God.
growing up. So I'd do a jump shot over like four balls through a rack and into a chute, and then it would land upright on the corner pocket. And I
Oh
thought,
my
boom,
God.
that'd be an awesome Nike commercial, but I dogged it.
It's hilarious.
Yes, Alicia, it was definitely a few lifetimes ago. You got two kids since then, so definitely,
Yeah, 2 lifetimes ago.
yeah.
Ah, looks like you got some coverage with the 4 ball there. Tim going one rail at it here. I assume. Bitch is old.
Well, I'll tell you what, I might be old as dirt, but you're a freaking rock on on if I've ever seen one art.
Oh man.
All this gray hair you're gonna see on the stream later, I earned every one of them, all
No.
right?
You guys are savages in the chat, man. I guess while they're taking a second, I'm gonna walk away for 10 seconds. I'll be right back.
All right. Well, I hope you guys are having a phenomenal Friday or Saturday if you're in the Philippines or a midnight if you're in Greece. Yep, that was definitely likely to happen back then. Russell, and it's been a pleasure ever since. I hope you and Malik are doing well. Got the Predator Air Rush full table. Ooh, he missed it going in, but he was fortunate to make a legal hit and get safe.
Oh man, did Tim get safe on that what was it, the 2 ball he was kicking at? And now Brett got it right back?
So I was catching up on the chat, but he jumped, went to go for a combo, and then came behind it. He missed it going in and hit it on the way back
Oh
out.
gosh.
And this is Tim's rebuttal. So here's a 2-7 combo coming up. Cue ball. He's going to hit it with low left, or at least I would. So I slide in a straight line to the left and not get hooked behind the 4 at the speed that you have to stroke it. So his cueing, again, he hit it with low, but he did not get the reaction low because his tip started low and finished high. So the cue ball still inched forward. My bad, Kurt. My bad. Hopefully you come here in a little bit and you can razz me in person.
Yeah, yeah. Everybody's a keyboard warrior. I love
The
Kurt.
rain made a pull. Thanks, Art. Mr. Ricketts, yes, I did meet you at River City as well. And you show up to my birthday every year, and it makes me feel damn good. It's good to keep up good friendships. Good people are hard to find.
That table's still slidey since the refill. It's definitely starting to wear in a little bit, but it's still the pocket's still playing a little bigger.
So the pockets are still playing a little bit, but if you hit it firm, it's gonna go and sit there.
Mm-hmm.
But the center of the bed, outside of the breaking marks from Nick, myself, and Bobby playing on it recently, it's still rather slick, so some of the shots that cue ball can tend to get away from you still. McGovern, I hope you have a lot of fun in Glamis for me, my friend. Yeah, that was one of Brett and mine's many battles. Yes. Yeah, I miss Colby's.
Everybody's got a story of when they met Mitch. I think that's hilarious.
Well, I mean, hopefully they're good stories and not
Oh,
like, hey, that guy's a prick story.
oh,
But
I'm sure there's a few. I gotta tell you mine. Mine's actually kind of funny.
living in Arizona all our lives, occasionally you get called a prick every once in a while.
Yep,
So I
yep.
guess, I'm just a piece of cactus every once in a while.
Oh my gosh. No, my funny story. When I met you, when I first got, when I was 22, 23, I was just starting to get into pool and I started watching the pros and how they played. And I latched on to a few of your YouTube matches because you played fast and you played aggressive and you got in good rhythm and you were easy to watch. And I was a fan before I had even met you. And I was dating this girl at the time and we were at Metro. And the girl was like, "Oh my God, is that the guy you watch on TV?" I'm like, "No, no, 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 do not say anything. I'm not, because I'm fangirling out. I'm like, that is definitely Mitch." And she went up to you and she was like, "Hi, it's nice to meet you. My boyfriend wants to meet you." And I'm like, "Don't say that." I was so nervous. I was new to the pool
Oh
community.
man.
Nobody knew me. And then so I was like, "Hey Mitch, nice to meet you, bro." And I got out of there real quick. And then she said something. She's like, "So this guy, like, he's almost as good as the pros." I'm like, "He is just as good as the pros."
Depends on the day it is. So he hit the wrong side of the four ball. He hit the right side. If he'd have hit the left side, that shot would have came out a lot different. Now he had to play a two-way shot, so he's getting safe behind the 8, left the 2 ball in the short rail. Tim's gonna kick at it because this is actually one facet that Tim kicks very well, and I hope I don't put the commentator curse on him by saying that. He did not make it, but he gave up a good hit, and he got rewarded for his good hit. He was able to get safe. What's up, Mr. Lear? I hope you're good. Melissa, likewise, I hope you're doing well. John, you're hysterical.
Well, dude, I was weirded out
I,
until I found out you're just another person. Like you're actually a human. You know what I mean? Like I got
of
talking to him,
course
like
I'm a
this
human.
guy is a dude. Like he's one of the boys. Now I'm like, all right,
Hit
I
me
can.
up on a Tuesday. Hey, bro, can you sub? Yeah, I'll be
I
there.
know. I thought that was hilarious. Everybody hated it. Well, they loved it, but they hated it. They're like, "Are you kidding me, Justin?" I'm like, "Hey, man, like this is hilarious."
Yeah, if there was 54 people in the room, there were 50 that liked it. The 4 that didn't were your opponent.
Yep, yep. Oh, man. Gosh, looking at this
Yeah, I
rack he's going
remember
from.
that, Dara.
That's hilarious.
And I've known John Sanchez and his one of his sons, Jack,
Really trying to hold it with
since
inside.
I was probably 13. So, yeah,
Yeah, I
this
think.
is every time I come to the pool room, it's a stroll down memory lane for me. So it's I'm very blessed. I'm very lucky, and our pool community is pretty solid.
Oh, it's awesome. I think that was an example of the clock still playing a little bit. Wow, that's a great
Cue
shot.
ball,
Watch out, cue ball. Oh gosh,
Brett, get around the corner pocket.
that deserved so much better than that. Good effort there, and Brett is putting up a crooked number. 5-2. Yeah, that was an example of that kind of slicker cloth still. He tried to hold it with inside, and it really didn't grab off that rail. He got in kind of a funny spot.
And
Maybe.
just for my partner in crime here, are you paying attention to the little clock in the right? 2:47. Does that mean they started 10 minutes early, so they're only at 7 games in almost an hour?
No, so they actually did
I'm
start at
just
2.
teasing.
Yeah. No, I'm watching. Got you. So they're at 7 games. You got 13 minutes, Tim. I hope this is a safety battle. I'll wear him out,
Hmm.
dude. I haven't seen Brett make well, of course we haven't seen Brett break too much, but I think that's a second break in a row we didn't see him pocket a ball, which you seem to forecast is going to be your problem in your match, maybe, potentially. You don't know?
As far as,
Oh, the break.
oh, yeah.
What did you say? You said he just forgot how to break. Are you
Yeah,
is
no,
it
I
is
haven't
it
played rotation since I missed the Moscone Cup in 2018. I started really enjoying one pocket because
Oh, really?
I started gambling a little bit more at it, and I saw that's where all the money was. So I was like, I had a couple of scores that were eye-opening, and yeah, I was like, why would I ever try and break and run a rack of 10 ball again? So unfortunately, I am a bastard for saying that because it's my fault again as a professional. I'm supposed to be well rounded, so I let a part of my game lack, and now I'm suffering the consequences for that. So that's my own fault.
Uh, yeah, Tim's still lighthearted, being up 3. Early tens are spotted up, so not gonna really. I mean, if he does go for it, I anticipate just a safe here. Yeah, good shot. Um,
Now we have both of the usual player banter amongst these two.
mm-hmm. Mitch, Justin, hope y'all are doing great. Justin, hope to see you either tomorrow or Sunday. Definitely Sunday. I might peek my head in the door on Saturday just to see what it looks like, but I don't know that I can do it both days.
I'll probably stop in shortly tomorrow, but I have lessons out in the East Valley, and then I have another one lined up Sunday in Surprise. So,
Oh,
oh, he
brutal.
left a hanger, oh danger.
Mm-hmm.
So now do you hit this soft with a little right and don't worry about touching the top rail? Do you hit it hard enough to go up table? Yeah, like that. Okay. So now you got to be careful with this shot, Brett, because if you stroke it firm with draw, the pocket's starting to tighten up. It'll spit it back out. I think if there's a hair angle, you roll forward and come around, but he's going to draw it. See? I almost know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. You been around the game a little bit or what?
Once or twice.
I think they're allergic to two balls. We saw him beat up the two ball a little bit in the
I'll tell
last
you
rack.
what, they both give me the six ball and jaw jacking while they're playing. I mean, that's something I try not to do, but these guys love it.
Yeah, well,
Joel, who are you trying to inquire lessons from? That was a good shot.
it
Decent
sounds like he's
speed.
talking to you, dude.
Well, I mean, I don't want to assume. What do you mean time, Guido? We're playing Nick and I are at 6:30 tonight. Oh, okay, Joel. I mean, you can hit me up on Facebook or get my telephone number or whatever. I'm easy to get a hold of, but I'm only going to be here for a short while longer because I plan on moving to Florida.
Rick Rick Crumley. Battle of the ball, dude. Where's it best? You're funny.
It's a pretty sporty hit right
Man,
there.
really
Good
good.
cue ball.
Yeah, really good cue ball there, judging that
Now
perfect.
he's gonna go ahead and kick at the long rail and just give it a little bit of speed.
Oh, how much more time for the 8 racks? Oh, they got 8 minutes. Oh, Tim is gonna wear this one.
Chris, I'm moving to Panama City. Yeah, Joel, already be gone. Where are you at currently? He hit that ball great. Good
Good shot
speed.
there.
If he'd
Yeah,
have hit it full in the face, he'd have ginned it. He got a little love bump, but now Tim's still kicking.
yeah, yeah.
That's what they're joking about.
Another safety to prolong this 8 racks an hour. Eric Nordstrom. It seems like Brett is struggling to see the out. It's tough to get out when you're not seeing it. Yeah. Well,
All right, you're gonna get booted out of here for suggestions like that.
oh my God.
Gonna be a little less banana, a little bit more hammock. Ow, what's up, SA? I hope you're doing good.
Oh, good shot there. Nice. A little flat on the 6. Oh, he's a lot flat on the 6. He
Thank you
can.
very much, sir. I hope you and the family are doing well. Yeah, he hit that ball good, but again, that's cueing attention to detail.
Do you consider going rail first on this table? I mean,
No,
is
the
that worth
nine's
it?
in the way. I like this shot.
Oh, is he?
So he doesn't have enough room to go rail first. This one, it's like a masse shot, but the cue ball doesn't react until it hits something. So that's the 6 ball in this case. I would jack up and spear it with so much left. I would. Ray, I have a young lady that is waiting for me in Florida. So we would like to continue our relationship, so I'm gonna make the move.
Joel, where will Mitch and Nick match
Right
be
here
sure?
on the same bat channel, just at a different bat time. So
Yes, sir.
6:30.
Yes, sir.
See what I mean?
Ooh,
He did it.
think it,
He committed to the idea. He just needed to clean up his execution a little bit better.
do you think it was jumping into the ball that got him there?
Yeah, so it was less left and more uh mass because of how hard he hit it instead of like stroking it.
Mm-hmm. It's brutal. That
All right, so is he gonna draw it or slow roll it forward? Knowing Tim, I think he draws it. So he doesn't have to move his feet. He just takes the cue ball down off. So he's gonna hit this with low, a hair left. The reason the left is the low stops it from going forward. The left touches the short rail and then goes away from the 9 ball. Kind of like that.
yeah, good shot. Left himself
So
a little
now
angle.
he'll hit this with either top or actually top right. The right will actually complement the cut on the 9 because it'll deflect, go through the 9 ball, cut it cleanly, and your cue ball will go forward, touch the long rail so you don't ever worry about scratching or rolling off. Kind of like that. He's saying he tried to scratch. Brett Brett saying only when it itches.
Oh my God. All right. I am on top of
And
this.
that's going to be 6-2.
I didn't.
And Justin's patting himself on the back for calling it how he sees it.
You know what? 6-2. I am on top of the score. I did not think that I would consciously think to change it at all. I'm not gonna lie, half the time I'm back here, I don't pay attention to the score until someone's on the hill.
Oh, and we have one of the sponsors already walking in the building, Mr. Jose Gonzalez from Los Glorias. So if you ever want to get your grub on, drop the G and he's your man.
Oh man, I heard his restaurant is incredible. I've been
I
trying to make it down. It's
I
just a little.
already ate there this week with my amigo Fernando.
Oh, did you?
I had the gringo special. That's enchiladas blancas with all rice.
Right. It's like going to Panda Express and getting orange
Orange
chicken and white
chicken,
rice.
yeah.
Yep, that's the whitest way to go. Uh, because you called yourself on it. Now you're super aware. Yeah, you got it. That was a big. I don't know why I was worried about it.
All right, so he broke dry.
Basically a big deal now that I can keep track of the score. Uh, three foul in effect. Do you think he makes an effort here to
Yes,
do that?
Mr. Polk. The food is very good.
Oh gosh, what a
So is the host, though. He's a gentleman and a half. He gives action. He buys drinks. He's never had a bad word to say about anybody, and he's just a good man.
ah, I wish I was half the man that Jose is, man. He's incredible.
Jeremy, they agreed they don't give a crap where the 2 and the 3 are.
Yeah, yeah, it's randomized racks. I don't
Mr. Griggs, I see you, sir. I see you, bud. Man, that was pretty sporty.
Oh, Griggs is
And then he gets, and the shit talking resumes.
Yep, here we go.
So he's calling the 10 in the side. Tim's even coaching him, saying, "Yeah, buddy, go ahead." And then it's an option. Him still doing what he does best, talking a little crap. Feel like he has a degree in it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, these I'm surprised it was only a race of 13. We've seen 21 a few times. We've seen 17 once. I mean, they really shortened this one up.
Yeah, I was surprised too. But honestly, it's probably they like you said, they've played so much damn pool. They're just trying to hurry up and get it over with.
Yeah, yeah, I can see it.
But even like a race to 17 would have been cool. That's
Mm-hmm.
almost an entire, 18's a lap around the table.
Oh, that's a good shot there from Bret. Following the cue ball behind the 3-4. It's a little jack up masse here off the rail.
Yeah, so he doesn't even have to do that much, but he wants to hit it with good speed. Oh, he did. He hit the 3 going out, so he didn't aim enough to the left of it. Now they're still joking in normal fashion. Well, thank you guys for all tuning in this early, and some of you who are international this late. We appreciate it.
Joe Carmine says they're old. Yeah. Where are the Sullivans and Salises and Marios? Is that Greece? Is that what I
Yeah,
heard?
they're in Greece. Yep.
Nice. Guido, so Justin, did he beat the time for 8 racks? Ooh, we are at 8 racks at an hour.
This is rack number
Oh
9.
man. Yeah, so I mean, I guess in the second hour we'll know a little bit more information here, but yeah, pace is similar. I'm not gonna let him live this down. So when's the next big one, Mitch?
Mr. Pegnon, how are you? I believe I'm signed up for the International Open the end of next month in Florida.
Nice.
So that'll be my next event. Good old 9-ball tournament with the 9 racked on the spot, I believe, which is something I have to practice. Unfortunately, I'm not going to the Lucasi tour in Sacramento this weekend, which would be a lot of fun. Yes, I'll be moved out there by then.
These are the ones that when Brett's firing on all cylinders, when he feels good, I mean, I almost consider this an automatic for him. Ah, he's really
Ooh,
struggled
that's the
with,
table slowing up.
yeah, he's really struggled on the some of the more difficult shots, and I think it's just a touch of nerve still. Even though they seem lighthearted and
Ooh,
joking around, watch out, cue ball. I
that
could be
is not where he wanted to be for the 6-ball.
no, not ideal.
Now you see why some of us are so good at kicking. We leave ourselves such good shape. So he's got his shorty. He's gonna try and jump this, maybe call it in the side.
Yeah,
Oh no, he's got his playing cue.
Tim had his cue ball on a string on the first 4 or 5 racks. We've seen it get a little bit looser as this match has progressed, but
He's calling a safe so he can see it.
Herney says, Mitch who? Mitch?
Uh, Nobody, Ernie. All right, so he got safe.
I've never had the option to actually send something in chat. That's new. I wonder if,
Very cool.
I don't know. I've never been able to, well, I guess I can on the mic, but talk a little smack back.
Nah, it's not gonna solve anything.
No, no, especially with the Twins. God. Typical Dodger fans, though, like unreasonable. Reminds me, first game of the World Series today. You got the Yankees and Dodgers. The MLB got what they wanted after two lower market teams got in last year with the Rangers and the Diamondbacks. Kind of self-corrected itself with two of the biggest markets. Well, I guess following as well, but
Ernie, my name is Mitch Ellerman. If you want to go back and look,
yeah,
I used to play pool.
yeah,
Now I just kind of try to every once in a while.
yeah. Every once in a while, just can actually see 100 of his matches on YouTube.
Oh,
I've seen a few. You and that double chin better watch out. Shut up, Dara. I swear to God, bro.
that's a good touch right there.
Yeah.
Going side to side. He didn't want his cue ball to go all the way down and around.
Is he going to be forced to catch the point here? Or
No,
is he?
knowing him, his stroke, he'll kind of lightly roll forward and shoot the 10 ball where he's standing at down low.
Oh, he's full enough to kind of get to the rail.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I was
So
basically
he
straight.
lobbed it in there. And as predicted, corner pocket. Oh, Mike, I appreciate the kind words, bud. Well, Ernie, I appreciate it. I used to could. Hopefully tonight I remember if I might could again.
Oh, wow. Went to the side. Did not see that
All
one
right.
coming.
Well, he probably didn't want because he was close to the rail, he could let his cue ball out a little bit better. And
Yeah.
it's just it's not as long to the hole.
Oh, score updated. Yeah, yeah, no, I'm a big deal, dude. Man, hope you're still doing your chin exercises. Shut up, Steve.
Man.
Can't wait. I can't wait until Garrett Cole just shuts down your Dodgers today. He's a fiery dude too, man. He might. Every time he strikes out Shohei, I might scream in his face. I'm ready for that. Anyways, Tim to break. Tim's been the better breaker today, making those second balls in the side pockets. Watch the 3 and the 6. Ooh, I think the 3 got clipped a little bit coming in, but
Yeah, he's actually broke dry like the last 3 or 4 times.
oh, did he?
Yeah,
I
he was making them to get on the board early, but
yeah.
as I got here, I think he's broke dry every time.
Wow. Yeah, early on, I mean, he put for those that didn't get to see the beginning of the match, uh, Tim fought his way through the first rack and then put a 2-pack on Bret, and Bret's been fighting ever since to get himself back competitive in this match. Sports predictions by Justin's have been spot on. Yeah, you're right. It's actually been a big good year, but go Yankees, Joe says. I don't want either one to win, but I want the Dodgers to win less.
That was a pretty good kick shot. The cue ball was good, so I believe he might be like half a ball hooked by the four.
Yeah, I think everybody.
Knowing Brett, he elevates his cue, gets it above his chest, and spins around for good contact. No, you can see it. All right, level cue, hit the right side of it.
Tim is one of the better kickers I've seen, especially on the, I guess, close to that 700 level. He really does. I mean, something I've had to learn a lot myself is getting that, spinning it with a little left or right and getting that full hit to kind of come one or two rails up. Sometimes I glance off of one side just from what I what I consider lack of practice or experience with him, but Tim always seems to get that full hit, kick it one or two rails up table, and play safe.
Well, I grew up in Florida where a lot of people played very well
Oh
and
my
still play very
gosh,
well.
Tim.
So he gets rewarded for a good hit.
Oh, what a shot that was.
And, he's been put in a lot of spots over and over again.
Jerry says, I hope both teams have fun. Shut up. No, I think it's going to be a great series. I think it's going 6 or 7 games for sure. Um, Dodgers don't have the pitching though. I mean, you have two short ballparks. I'm favoring Yankees have the pitching advantage, and you have two short ballparks. The Dodgers Stadium and Yankee Stadiums are relatively small. You got more bombers on the Yankees, and you got a better pitching matchup. So I'm
Ooh.
taking the Yankees. Anyways, oh man, Tim has been Tim has been kicking his butt off to keep himself in this match. Not keep himself in this match, to really
To
take
stay
advantage of
ahead.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So does he stop it? Yes, he's going to lightly. So the three goes by the seven. And the reason he's picking this route is his cue ball. If he has to cut it a hair to the left to pocket it in the corner, the cue ball slowly rolls forward in easier position for the four ball. So a lot of you guys watching, if you're at more of an intermediate level, just pay attention to the route his cue ball is so you can kind of pick up on pattern play and make your cue ball always go kind of towards the next ball.
Go sports. I'm a big sports guy.
I love sports, but being born and raised in Arizona, we learn disappointment.
Oh yeah, no, it's I've been conditioned to be disappointed my whole life.
Honestly, I can't tell you what system he's using. A lot of it is just
No,
experience.
he kind of really jumped
And
out of that
that
one,
right
Mitch.
there, yeah. So it's both of them. It's their timing. They ascend upward on the ball as they're swinging through. So a
Do
lot
they
of the
both do
time,
that? I
yeah,
know, I know, I know. Tim does.
yeah, you'll see. So, and it'll deeply or significantly impact the outcome.
Cut it a little bit, playing a little inside. He's still haven't quite seen the Brett that we're used to seeing on this table.
Yeah, no.
But he's dangerous when he gets in a rhythm. He just hasn't quite got there yet.
All right. So top, get the cue ball just before the side pocket so he can still reach it. And then he'll play the cue ball either one or three rails on the seven ball to get to the eight.
Losses. That's the highest I've ever seen Tim jump.
And the shots keep coming. So that one he let his cue ball get away because now you're going to see him have to get his body on the table to get to this ball unless he grabs the crutch.
You think he? I don't remember the last time I've seen him use a bridge. I think he can. I think he can reach. I think he can come from the side rail and reach over. Oh, bringing out the extension. When did the extensions become a thing? I feel like when I got into pool about 7 years ago, I didn't see one,
So
and now it's everywhere.
Earl used to play with one. The late Larry Neville started playing with one and saw some promise in it. And then lo and behold, Shane Van Boning did. And then Jason Shaw did. And then everybody did. And now a lot of people are kind of wandering back to standard 58-inch cues. So that's what I've noticed. But it's more common that everybody now has an extension so they don't have to rely on the bridge. You know, a lot of the times being in different pool rooms, you don't find a reliable bridge, or maybe it has the old brass head that's on it, and then it would tear up your shaft, especially spending like $500 a pop on a shaft. You're like,
Yep. Yeah, yeah.
scratching nails on a chalkboard. You
Yeah.
put that thing in there, you're like, so all right, stayed down. He ascended upward, but he gave a good stroke, so
No.
his cue ball was good. He kind of just punched it, and this will extend his lead. 8-2 should he pocket the ball. And that puts him up breaking. And he's been breaking dry. I think that I'm anticipating that he's actually going to break and make a ball this time. He's broke dry like the last 3 or 4 in a row.
Yeah, and he really, I mean, the first 3 or 4 breaks we saw from him, it was automatic. He's getting a look on the one. He was making one of those balls in the second rail. I mean, in the second row in the side pockets pretty consistently. It's just been.
We have a gentleman and a half that just walked in the building that doesn't get out very often, who I haven't seen in a while. His name's Paul Grande.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's a extremely formidable player, and now that all of us are beating that thing called time, it's a little tougher for him getting around. But he's really a tremendous player from back east, back in New York. So he grew up playing straight pool, and he understands and plays the game at a very high level. Thank you, Eric. Hey, I was right. He pocketed a ball this
Oh
time.
yeah, you got it. Put a little bit
But
more power on that one.
unfortunately, he's got no
Yeah.
love.
Yeah, that's right. Can't have them both.
Yeah, I mean, such is life.
Yeah, Tim's starting to run away with this thing a little bit. This isn't quite what we've seen the races of 17 and 21. We saw you playing Bobby got a little behind, maybe 4 or 5 games, three, four, or
Yeah,
5 games, and you still had time to come back and make it a hill match. This race to 13 is a little shorter. Tough to
there's
outrun.
one thing I've learned in pool and in life. No lead is safe.
Yeah, that's the truth.
You just have to constantly keep working and grinding.
There's nothing more discouraging than being up 6 or 7 to 0 and losing 8 to 6.
Yeah, Eric, he definitely does, and is a sweetheart of a guy. Great shot, Brett. So that means the 2-8's going to be wired. So hopefully he puts a good confident stroke. Maybe hits the right side of the 2 ball, so the cue ball goes forward to the short rail, but the 2 ball bounces off the long rail.
Watch out for cue
Uh-oh.
ball.
Let the cue ball get away from him. Little love bump off the 7.
I'm not sure if he's gonna see this one.
I think he can. It's just
Oh, the two came off the
how
rail.
how aggressive he wants to hit it. Does he want to spin it and let the cue ball come around by the 7-4, or does he want to hit it thick and play safe behind the 6-9? He did come
Oh,
around.
great shot there
Get to
from
the
Bret.
bottom rail.
Oh, watch out, cue ball.
There's a landmine right there. Man, he hit that ball great too.
Yeah, he sure did.
Now he's window shopping. So if he can get down and make this 3 ball, his confidence is going to go significantly up. All right.
Yeah,
Well
that's
hit 2. Good shot on the 3. The 4 to the back side of the 6. Now I go above where his belly's at and shoot the 6 on the side. He's going to hit it with inside. And now the only reason I say that is see how his cue ball has to go upwards towards the 9 ball and then away from the 7 ball. So to go with what I was saying earlier, I shoot the 6 in the side, so my cue ball is going down table towards the 7 ball. See, he had to hit it harder to try and get the cue ball around for the 7. So again, pattern play comes into play, and also I'm a lefty, so it might be a little bit more preference to play that ball with outside and roll around the table versus hitting the ball inside and holding it up, hitting it with left, so it's resisting going to the right for position on the 6. It's a good little stroke. This is just going to put Tim further away. It'll make the score, what, 9-2? Oof.
Yeah.
Now, again, he's right-handed, so he's debating extension. Oh, guess what? The crutch is coming out.
No, there we go. First time we've seen it today, I think.
But he's still very good with a bridge. No, he's getting the extension. He says, "The hell with the bridge."
Yeah. Did you ever take some time to actually work with the bridge, like practice with it? Or was it just something
Very
that came with
seldom.
playing a lot?
No, very seldom. So like growing up, the only example we had here at the time was Scott. I had never left the state, so I kind of imitation. I did what he did, and then I actually had a lesson for 1 hour from Jerry Bryseth, and that was like one of the only times I ever received instruction. And it significantly changed my game. So I owe a great thank you to him, and I tell him when I see him. And that 1 hour, depending on that individual and what they put into it, it can mean a lot. So to me, it meant a lot, and I'm very fortunate for that. Okay, tip position, good. Cue ball come around.
Yeah. And Brett hasn't really put any pressure on Tim thus far either. It's what I noticed in these longer races, especially when I was out there. You gotta put pressure on the guy running away, otherwise he kind of freewheel his way to the finish line.
Mm-hmm.
All right, 9-2. Man, oh, Tim is 4 games away, and we're an hour and 19 minutes into this match, and Tim is 4 games away from the finish line. Race is 13, 10 ball. 10 ball goes last. 3 foul in effect. Haven't seen that really come into play. And Brad's struggling to get it going. All right. Over and under half a ball here, Mitch. What do you think?
I'm thinking he pockets a ball again after that last
Yeah,
break. I'm
yeah.
thinking it's
I'm
the
taking
7
over.
in the side.
Yeah. 7 in the side, he said. Oh, you called it. Oh, but what about the cue ball?
Well, he can see the 1 ball and naturally goes towards the 2 ball.
Yeah, I
He
think
lands between the 6-4. I think Tim's got a good shot at running out here.
he can make it, can he?
Yeah, depending on how good he gets on the 2 ball, and it's all speed from here because your cue ball's naturally traveling. See, he wants to go side to side. Me, I like one railing it with a little bit of right and just slowly breaking the plane of the 6. I
So
don't like going side to side. See, he wanted to hit it with speed, but then that happens, and now you're stuck shooting further away. I mean, it's makeable, but it's tough to manufacture a shot on the 3 from there.
how straight is he, or does he have the
He's
angle
got
to
a
slide to the
haircut. He's
rail?
gonna punch to the rail and come out.
Okay, I wasn't sure if he. Oh yeah, he had plenty of angle. Didn't even have to work it that hard.
So now some people go side to side. Some people just draw it straight as they can. So he's looking at hitting it with less stroke, less draw, more spin, and just breaking the plane of the side pocket. So he doesn't get on top of. Yeah, he can actually put a better stroke on this now that I look on the screen versus on the table. Yeah, that kind of draw. So it flattened out because of the right, and then he hit it with enough speed to where he can reach it.
Yeah, that's a great shot there from Tim. That shot it's much
So
more
now,
difficult
do
than
you
it
hit
looked.
this ball soft with left? He's hitting it soft with a hair of left. He's going to shoot the 6 in the side facing us.
Nice,
But
coming
see, he
above
hit
it.
it a hair too thin,
Yeah.
and now he's got to shoot it in the corner, which is fine. So now he's looking, do I go low left or do I hit the 8 ball with top right to go around 3 rails for the 9? Good little punch. Now, I think he's going to hit this ball with low left and shoot the 9 ball there. That's why he's looking at position for it. He doesn't have to hit it as hard. He's not going against physics, trying to move the cue ball, left to right all the way around. It's just left and then slowly coming back to the left like that. Put a good stroke on it. Good speed. So now his cue ball might unfortunately run into the 10, but I think he's going to hit it soft enough to where he doesn't push it far out of play. Okay, hit it with a little speed. He's able to. Now this one is, even though you got a lead, he's still got to stay down and committed to it, just like every other ball. He did. See him shaking his head. If you guys couldn't see on camera, he sat back, shook his head because he used all the pocket on that. So it's kind of nice. Joe, I'll go ahead and pass on the information or the suggestion. And I'm not touching the computer, but just so you guys know, it is tended to. I suffer from that thing called ESO, that's equipment smarter than operator. That time he made the ball in the side pocket on the opposite side of the rack, and he come across it a little bit. So the pattern, how that ball's set, obviously is a little bit different. The 2 and the 4 are tied up. The one's right next to it doesn't have an open pocket at it, but he does have a good look at playing safe.
10-2, huh?
Yes, sir.
All right. Wow. Tim is 3 games away from taking this thing down. And this is about as good as I've seen Tim play since since I've really known him, I think. He runs a lot of tournaments out here, and we don't get to see him play a ton. But
Well, you don't get to see a lot of us play. We don't
it's
play each
true.
other.
It's true. We're all
There's
scared.
no more state tour. There's no more. So it's all, way different, right? Ooh, that was about the worst thing that could happen is loosening all them up. Oh, he's trying. So the 4 ball coming back like that tied up the 2 ball. Now, I don't know if the 2 ball goes by the 6. That's what Tim's looking at. Or maybe he's going to try and 3 foul him. He's going to play the 1 ball down table and rest the cue ball behind the 4 deuce. Try and get another ball in hand. So shooting the 1 ball in the corner and lightly running the cue ball into the 6 so he's straight in on the deuce. So the 6 ball works as a stopper. It kills the momentum of the cue ball. No, he is playing safe.
Yeah.
Just go ahead, Bret, kick. And the fact that the cue ball wasn't, Tim already knew that it's easy to hit. 2 rails, good speed. The 2 balls tied up. And Bret was able to be fortunate. He got rewarded for a good hit. I think he's safe. So we're going to see more of Tim's kicking. No, he can get down on it. All right. He's
Doesn't look like
pocketing it.
it doesn't look like there's room there, does it?
Yeah. Well, here's another thing that I'm learning as I'm giving more lessons. I'm learning that my eyes aren't the way they were about 18 years ago,
Yeah.
20.
Skimming
Some
that ball
things
right
are
in
getting a
front of you.
little bit fuzzier now.
Is that what goes first? The edge of balls? Like, that's kind of
Yeah,
something
well,
I've
like
heard.
it's depth perception, right? It is your interpretation of, oh shit, that thing fits, or oh shit, that thing's not that heavy. Wrong.
Gosh.
If all you're used to is cheeseburger curls like yours truly, and you got to walk up 3 flights of stairs with a TV, you're like, damn, that turned into a workout. Tim raising his hands in disbelief that he made a good hit and then scratched anyway. All right, so now Bret better get to cooking here. He's got ball in hand on the 1 ball, no 2 balls touching. The 2's right next to the 4, so you shoot the 1 in the corner. You draw your cue ball by the side pocket. You shoot the 2 and the 4 in the same pocket, roll forward, shoot the 5 in the corner past the 7, and then 7 in the corner, 8 in the side, 9. And he was looking at the clearance of the 10 ball if he's corner hooked to shoot that ball in the side pocket.
Well, all the balls are there for Bret. Oh yeah, I remember. What did he? Who was he playing? Was he playing? Was he
Oh, he's
playing
playing
Bobby?
the
Who did he put like a 7-pack on? Was it Bobby Emmons
They
or?
were playing bar table 8 ball, I
Yeah,
believe.
yeah.
Yes. Again, guys, uh, there's a lot of good pool players in this town. We just don't play each other, you know. Yours truly, I have a lot of history with a lot of them, so I'm sorry if I'm partially responsible for that. But
People got sick of watching you win, bro.
no, man, I've been getting my keister kicked.
Have you?
Yeah,
Oh my gosh, typical. That's just like what me and Peter were touching on last week when Bobby Emmons came out and said he's like, oh yeah, I'm half retired. I haven't picked up a stick, and I was like, I've never heard somebody coming into a match saying that they're perfectly in stroke and ready to go. Everybody hasn't played in 3 months. They're all retired. Did he call that pocket?
yeah, and
Wow.
then cue ball came all the
Oh
way
my
back.
gosh. What a shot.
He was pretty fortunate there, and now he's almost straight in on the 5, but he's going to be able to either punch it forward with right, and the cue ball climbs just above the 7, or he will, yeah, he has a better cut than I thought, so he's able to avoid the 7. Good follow through.
No,
Oh,
no,
he
I
went
know.
right into it.
May not be the worst thing ever.
Yeah, he's a little upset at his position, but I mean, he's still gonna make it, or I think he's favorite to make it.
Rich Moon has a question. He says, Mitch, a higher bridge on the break avoids a scratch, right?
Not necessarily, no. It all depends on your cueing, sir. How
Yeah.
clean you go through the rack.
Cloth definitely still playing a little slick. The pocket when this cloth is worn in, that pocket probably wouldn't have received that ball, but definitely slid in there after coming back and forth a few times.
Good afternoon, Mr. Gonzalez. I hope to see you in the next 12 days as I'm passing through Texas. I'm going to stop by and say hello to you and the missus again.
Think I think Bret would have went on a long walk if that 7 ball two railed back in the same corner he called.
Yeah,
That was tough.
he might have had a little bit of vomit in his mouth. Yeah. Sorry for the visual, guys.
Oh,
Ooh,
oh
cue
man,
ball
that's
bumped the 8, put the 8 tougher out of play, and he's laughing in disbelief.
yeah, dude. Tim says shape is overrated, but his cue ball's been pretty good today. So, especially in the first 4 racks. Oh, what do you like here, Mitch? This kind of
Honestly, like my best interpretation would probably be at the table. If you can call the 8 ball cross corner, play the bank, but draw the cue ball, and then you're just hoping to leave, a tough shot on the 8
cross
afterwards.
corner.
Should you
Wow.
miss? Yeah, if it doesn't go on the side, absolutely. Because then you can like play safe. See, he was firing the 10, trying to play his cue ball, and unfortunately, it's in the drink.
Oh man, that is just absolutely brutal. I mean, Brett is doing everything he can to get back in this match. It's just a couple tough rolls like that, a couple uncharacteristic misses, and he's really battling himself right now.
Yes, that is Anton playing in the background, Jerry. And that is JT playing Mr. Circa.
Yeah, it wasn't the cleanest rack there, but another one going to Tim here. This is to bring himself within 2. All right, JT and Jack playing. Are they doing something or just hitting balls over there?
No idea, sir. If I had to imagine, they're probably playing cheap rotation or one pocket.
Oh, there we go. Tim
Within
at 11. Within 2. Brett needs a prayer. Yeah, this has got to be frustrating for Brett. Brett's second game was ball in hand on the 10 from Tim. How did he win his first? Oh, he actually had a pretty good run. His last 5 or 6 balls looked like he was gaining a little bit of momentum, but just couldn't capitalize from there. Tim's put a lot of pressure on him, but
How many of you guys plan on coming up here after the 5 o'clock hour for those of you with 9 to 5s? Rick, I'm glad you were able to win a raffle. Yeah, my hands were drinking in my defense, so you gotta thank the hands. Wasn't nothing I did. But no, congratulations on winning the yeah, no, it was a sweet break cue too, wasn't it?
Was that off the break? Oh,
Yeah, it
I was
looked
reading
like
the
he
comments.
broke dry and cue ball stuck behind the 7 with the 1 in the jaws.
That's a tough push for me.
The 8, 9, and 10 all on the upper long rail at the top of your screens. So he's gonna have to do some breakouts here.
Brian Honaway. Brett made a near complete epic comeback against Jimmy Mendoza back during the shutdown at Junior's house. Let's see it again. Yeah, I'd love to do that. That'd be great for viewership. It'd be great to watch. It starts with one.
Yeah, we're here Friday afternoon. I mean, we're all here because we're a degenerate to some degree, you know? That was a pretty sporty shot, even though the one was in the pocket, and unfortunately he doesn't like his position on the 2. Now, I think it is makeable, but I think it is very low percentage. So he's probably going to play the 2 down table and play the cue ball up like behind the 4 ball. Play it with top left, bank the 2 ball out of play, and play like a billiard, like you're just playing the cue ball. You go long rail, short rail, and rest up behind the 4. Because I don't think he can hit the left side of the 2. See, he's looking at going across it. Where's the 2 ball going? And then how are you playing the cue ball? So he called safe. Now, don't overjuice it with left because you're jacking up. Okay, hit it with left. Didn't get quite behind the 4, but the 3 and the 5 are blockers, and it looks like to be a successful save.
Yeah, definitely got some coverage there. I think the kick is tough from here as well. I think. What kind of gap does he have? Oh, it's
No, Alex, that is very accurate. Tim Daniels ahead 11-2, and he gins that ball, and he was even nice enough to call it.
what a shot by Tim. He's been kicking well all match too.
Yep, he definitely brought on his kicking shoes. Party har har.
I I hate that joke so much. I didn't know I'd.
Despise a
Oh my
pool joke.
gosh.
So same guy shot that shot. Don't worry, you guys are gonna be saying the same shit about me later. But, oh, look at that jump shot. And then he dogged a straight in one. No,
Yep,
just
yep.
kidding.
Same guy. Shot after the shot.
No, brother, it's all good. Again, it's race to 13. You got to get started out of the gate, or it's gonna be a long climb uphill.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, pool promotions. Donkeys know how to kick. Yes. So now he
Is he
has
coming
angled.
into the eight
Yeah,
now?
he's got to. Because there's no point in getting shape on the 7 and then waiting when you have angle already. So he disrupted him. So the 8 goes up table, the 9 goes up table. Now you hit this 7 ball with top right. Good follows. Yes, Michalai Kababalubian. Yes, Ben, I remember the name.
Jesus, what did you just say right now?
Ben typed it
Oh
in.
my God.
Michalai Kababalubian. It's my nickname.
Oh, there you go.
Say that 10 times fast while you're drinking.
Yeah, no thanks, dude.
All you hear is boobs again, boobs again, boobs again. So he called the bank. I still play the cue ball. See, I mean, living or dying, hitting it with inside. Because, I mean, you got position for it. For that reason, you got to kind of stick with it. So now Tim's shooting over the 10 ball. He's going to just kind of poke draw it back.
Brett White says can't even say it once sober. That's the truth.
So now he's going to slow roll this. Actually, on like a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being firm, he probably hits it at like 40%. So his cue ball
That's
doesn't
where I
go
mess
that
this up.
far.
I usually
So
stroke
his
that a little bit.
cue ball doesn't go that far, and he stays in a straight line, and this will put him on the hill.
No, you gotta be kidding me. Tim is about to go up 12-2 on Bret Huth.
And he's gonna hit this ball low with a little bit of pace and just shoot it like a stop shot.
Wow. I putting on a clinic here, Mitch. Brett's struggled to get into it, but Tim has not let him off on his mistakes.
Jeff, you're the second one to recommend that. We'll make sure we pass on the info if they want to flip it and run another set.
Yeah. No, we are not restarting right now. Good God. It would be a disaster.
All right. I think he's making the 9 in the side.
John Brooks. I'll bet up to $5,000 on Tim.
Whoops. So the one ball sitting in the corner. The 6, 2, and 3 are blocking him. So he's either going to roll out. Oh, he's already got the jump cue. So it looks like he's swinging.
Yeah, he's been so good at jumping. You really don't see him jump a lot unless he really feels a lot better about it. The one being close to a hole, I think he feels it's absolutely necessary here.
Mike, I don't know what the money arrangement was for this match. Oh, he hit it good, but he did not pocket it. So now Bret has a long, small cut. I don't know. Justin, you want to answer Rick's question on there?
What's the over/under on games Nick wins? Man, that's interesting. Well, I will tell you, I'll give you my input. I don't know. I haven't heard an established line. I don't know. Just from what I've seen. I'm, I'd put Mitch at -2.5, -3.5, maybe.
Oh, shit.
I really, I mean, if I think Mitch is hungry from the last match we saw.
Have you seen this belly? I'm
Oh.
always hungry. Yeah.
But I think we're gonna see a different Mitch today, and I think
No,
Nick's gonna
I
give him a good
mean,
game. He absolutely
I
will.
think
So
Nick's breaking better than me, and that's something I used to pride myself on was my 10 ball break, and it's everything playing rotation. I used to break, make 2 balls, and get shape. And when I was hitting them good, I'd make the third ball. I'd make both balls behind the one, and I'd make one of them 4 rails. So that guy, I don't know where he is. I haven't seen him in a while. I'm gonna write him a letter this Christmas and hope to hear from him.
thanks, God.
We're playing with the wood rack, so I just clearly don't know how to rack. That's as sad as it is. But Nick's playing fantastic. He's traveling a lot.
Yeah,
He's
he's really
breaking,
good.
making 2 balls. So I mean it's he tortured me the last time we played at Main Street, so I mean, I got a lot to prove, but at the same time, if he beats me, he's not getting no cherry. It's happened before, and if I win, oh my God, Fargo said whatever. We want to beat each other so bad we can taste it. That's
Yeah,
called mutual respect.
we all do. Yeah, is that what they call that?
Yeah, we know the other one's not a light customer, but hopefully we can provide you guys with some good pool.
think I think Brett's kind of accepted his fate here a little bit and just
Yeah.
trying to create something, but a little bit less pressure now that, you know, kind of feel it coming on, but
So let's see. Does he shoot the 6 ball with top right and get shape? Oh, he's looking at where he wants to draw into. So he's looking like he's going to draw and keep his cue ball above the 9 ball. Man, that's a good stroke. No, okay, so he's cueing it stretched out. So he's going around the table, or he's slow rolling over to shoot the 7-8. Okay, he got shape for the 7-8, or safe. but he did not pocket the 6 ball.
Gosh, shooting combos on this table is asking for trouble for guys like me. I watch you guys do it all the time, but man, it's brutal.
Gary, I'm sorry, sir. Who are you referring to?
You didn't want the 7. Oh. Oh, he didn't want to shoot the 7, I think is what he said. Rattle the 6.
Yeah, no, I agree. That 7 ball did not look pretty, but he did the same. Bret did the same thing Tim would have done, is just play safe. Kick, good hit. Leaves them straight. So now this one you hit like 40%, and you just hit it hard enough to leave this long rail at the bottom of your screen. And all you do is play the 8 ball with center ball, maybe a hair of right, so that way it touches the short rail and doesn't go into the scratch in the opposite corner pocket.
Let's see
If you shoot this ball with low, it resists going forward and skids into the 8 ball. So you want to hit this with middle right, like that, and he just hit it ball first.
that might do
He
it.
is extremely upset.
Yeah, I would be too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just a bit of a different Bret we saw today. I think the deficit got so much that it's kind of hard for him to get back into it. And oh, I was about to
Tim
say
taking it
Tim.
for granted.
Yeah, I was about to say Tim never let off the gas pedal, but that's my
Whoops.
fault, guys. Sorry if your betting line was minus, what is that? That would be 11
Excuse me.
minus 10.5. All right.
All right.
All right. Trace Gang giving him a little bit of a round of applause. Little pity clap. I hate those. I had that last week when I got smoked. Was
You and me both, brother. I broke dry, left that 10 in the jaws, and I was like, oh, shenanigans.
yeah, yeah. I looked at that. I'm like, when is it going? Is it going off the carom, a combo? Oh my gosh.
I fell for the old banana in the tailpipe.
A lot of action going on there because there was a lot of action going on. Like when Bobby got up 3 games, I mean that covered the line that everybody was talking about. Now everyone was betting even after that, and I heard it left and right and left and right, and everyone's like, "Oh, this is even now. Let's go, boys." And it it kind of obviously it stings a little bit losing, but losing Hill, but it lived up to the hype for sure. Mandy, this is Peter. Phone died. Audio sounds great. You guys are awesome. Good luck on the rest of the day. Oh, thanks, Pete.
Thanks very much. Alright. Unfortunately, I don't think he cleared the 5.
Yeah, Tim saw the finish line a little early there. And jumped up.
Thanks, Sandoval. I'll do my best.
What does that mean?
That's
Do you want to explain that one to me?
Sandoval has a very good impression, and it is pretty spot on, and he likes to say something to me, and it's just a mutual joke. So
Oh, there you
I take it as such, and he knows he'll always get a chuckle out of me.
go.
But the next time you see him, you ask him about it.
Oh, sure will.
Mr. Kroll, how are you, sir? I hope everything is going fantastic in Hawaii.
How you doing, Adam?
So he kind of overhit the deuce and ended up making a little love to the 4 ball. So now you're going to see him duck because the 7-10 block it going in the side. The 5 ball blocks the bank. So he's going to thin it, play behind the 9. Or is he going to bank it on the other side of the 7-10? Okay, so he tried to do a little bit of everything. The 8-ball blocks the pocket from pocketing it. Bret might go
Oh, thank
cross
you, my man.
corner and try and bank it. And we'll see from there. Um, Me personally, even though I don't like playing safe, I thin the 4-ball, play the cue ball right back down to where it's at, and let the 4-ball go across, and then use the 7 and 10 as blocker. The problem is it's not effective, and if you don't hit it, you sell out a shot. He hit it a little thicker and tried to go around, but put the 4 in front of the hole. And he broke out the 7. So now Tim's going to be lightly elevated over the 10. No, he's to the side of it. Okay, so he's going to hit this his favorite way, top, and just roll forward.
Yeah, it's a good stroke there from Tim. He's got a chance
And
to put this thing away here,
this
Mitch.
is the same one. He's going to send the cue ball 3 rails and kind of not hit it to go behind the 8. So he's going to hit it hard enough to touch that 3rd rail, and the rest is kind of gravy. So 1, 2, 3rd rail, and the rest is just getting easier on the 6-ball. He hit that at a good speed.
No, I hit that at a great speed. Nice fuller look on the 6.
Well, man, that's a tough life if you got to ride beach cruisers. I'm
Did you
quite jealous. I hope you're enjoying it, bud.
did you see the comment above that? Good guys, Ironman here in Kona tomorrow. Was looking for Mitch in his Speedo, but
No,
just
no.
average athletes here.
Yep, for real.
Oh, we could be coming to a conclusion in this match here, Mitch. 4 balls away, closes this thing out, 13-3. I think it's fair to say Tim may have had the edge, according to Fargo. I don't know if you believe in that or not, but don't think anybody saw a 13-3 match, especially with Bret.
No, you never do. It just depends on the day.
Yep, yep.
There was a tournament I played a split bracket on a bar table in Tennessee at JOB's. First time I had ever been there.
JOBs,
And
that's hilarious.
there was a good place, good player, and we're probably like 10 points apart, I think, in Fargo. And I beat him to 10-4 one day, and the next day he skunks me 10-0. So I mean, it just you got to take it on the chin.
No, that's yep.
All right, your victor, Tim
There you
Daniel
go. Tim
from
Daniel.
Donkey Pool Productions. All right,
13
thank
to
you guys
3.
for letting me talk you off.
Hey, man.
Justin, thanks for letting me join. Now I got to go see if I remember to hit a ball.
Thanks so much, Mitch. Appreciate you, brother. All right, congratulations, Tim Daniel, with a convincing 13-3 victory over Bret Huth. Eric Culpepper, you guys pair up well in the booth. Thanks for the commentary and stream. Thank you, brother. Adam Kroll, good job, Timmy. Nice shooting, Tim. All right. Matchup tonight. I don't know if I'm gonna start a little early, so I would definitely stay tuned and look out for the stream coming next. We're gonna go ahead and close this one out, I imagine. Yeah, no, there's too much time. We're gonna go ahead and close this thing down. Next match will be the same way. Donkey Pool Productions on YouTube, AZ Pool 15 on Facebook. Shout out to our sponsors, Qualtech. That's John Sanchez. He has just been tremendous, and he really is the sole reason these events are happening. Las Glorias Grill. Shout out to them. And Concho River Billiards. Mike Gwynn, Realty One. Can't forget him. Jeff Gray says, Justin, get out there and do some drills so we have something to watch. You don't want to see that. You don't want to see that even a little bit. But anyways, we're gonna go ahead and shut this thing up.
For tuning in. Hope Justin and Mitch did a great job. Bret didn't get any rolls, and I shot pretty good. In the start of the match, in the middle, it started getting things to me. But good match for me. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Thank you, Justin.
Thank you,
Everything
brother.
do, Bubba.
Yeah, that was fun.
Hope everybody enjoyed it. Get ready for the next match.
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir. They say 6:30. I would say. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and shut this thing down. I know Mitch is practicing, but we're going off of Tim's hotspot here on his phone, so he's gonna need that. But anyways, thanks for tuning in. Keep your eyes open for the next one. 6:30, Mitch.